Your boy, the Texas Tech Red Raider representative,
Mac
McClung, coming
baby.
back for not the first, not the second, the third time, because he's a 2-time dunk contest winner.
Going for the three-peat. Hopefully he has better luck going for the three-peat than the other Red Raider that tried to three-peat earlier this week.
Patrick Mahomes, it's all bad luck for Red Raiders now for three-peats. But no, I think that he's a shoo-in to win. Like, he's just got too much in his bag, and the way that his three-point percentage is dropping, I know he ain't working on that. So shout to Mac McClung. But all right, do you think Mac McClung should be in the dunk contest?
Well, whether I think or not, he's come out and said that this is the last one. This is it. He's running out of tricks in his bag.
Yeah.
So he's going to be done after this. It'll go back to NBA players, I'm assuming. But the thing about Mac McClung, he's been a human highlight reel since high school. He went viral in high school for the dunks, in-game dunks, right? And jumping out the gym. So it's not like the Shaq thing where it's like, I was not familiar with your game. People have been familiar with Mac McClung's game.
He lives in a different era,
time.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to where he was, it's how Zion was more known amongst people who watched YouTube than he was amongst basketball scouts going into his junior year of high school. It's like, you mean that big ass dude doing 360 windmills in game? To where, like, the public, they said RJ Barrett. Who the hell is RJ Barrett? We want to see that big ass dude who dunks. That's the number one player we've seen. And I think that Jai pretty much was a viral sensation when he was a freshman in college. So the court of public opinion, I think that's how Mac McClung was appointed to the dunk contest.
But here's the thing I will say about Mac McClung. The dude is creative, he's athletic, and he makes his dunks. Do you remember those dunk contests that Nate Robinson would just get dunk attempt after dunk attempt after dunk attempt?
Now, a lot of people are going to get mad at me because I do this a lot, but I blame Kobe Bryant because they watered down the field when Kobe came in there to guarantee he could win that with the J.R. Ryder dunk. He did the same dunk J.R. Ryder did to win. If you go look at that competition, they had Ray Allen in there. Ray Allen, a 3-point shooter. Why Ray Allen in there?
Hey, Jesus, don't be hating on Jesus Shuttleworth.
This is the league, bro. I'm just saying they set it up. They set it up so Kobe could have a easier, remember Michael Finley's weak ass cartwheel when he's trying like that, bro. I'm just saying.
I saw that it's been 25 years since the Vince Carter dunk contest.
Yeah, I think it was 2000. To me, here's the thing. Everybody talks about Vince Carter in that dunk contest. But Tracy McGrady, Steve Nash, Baron Davis, those guys could win any year the way they were dunking in that one. But I think it's because they knew Vince was in there, so they had to bring their bag. So it was really like welcome all challengers. But the one thing I will say is Mac McClung's in there, so he should be there to defend his crown. But I do think that he should have never really been in there because I feel like he got in there before he got his two-way contract. And I just feel like we need to celebrate the players that have worked hard to be one of the few that make it to the league. And we need to reward those guys. Because I want to say that once he got selected to the dunk contest, people were making this complaint, and then he got rewarded the two-way contract. But I think that still to this day, he's only played about 4 NBA games, right? And the one thing I will say, this is really more about Mac McClung had so much potential as a future point guard in this league, especially the way the NBA basketball is played today. Because just off his athleticism, he can put in the effort defensively to defend guys his height and shorter in this league. So, whether it's nobody can guard Steph Curry, but usually whenever you're guarding these 6'2", 6'3" guys, they're usually shooters. So I think that he's a lot more athletic than a lot of these guys to where he could stop them from driving on them and stop a little bit of that penetration and facilitation game those guys have. But I think that his 3-point percentage has gone down to where he's shooting 25% from 3 this year in the G League. 25%. Centers don't shoot that anymore. And I just feel like to shoot 25%, that's not going to get you into the league. And I feel like him having to defend this crown and work on dunks and work on his bag so he can go represent for everybody out here. It's kind of like people don't do the home run contest because they don't want it to take away from their swing.
But hey, do you blame him though? This is his big payday.
Well, the thing is, you can get a bigger bag if that 3-point start dropping. To me, I'm just one of those.
Take his ass overseas. Go get a bag.
Me, here's the thing. It's like after this year, I hope he goes to Europe and then works on his game because this guy, all he's missing is that consistency from outside. That's it. That is it. And I do feel like he came into the G League shooting 39% from 3, so I thought the trajectory was going up. It's like he was averaging over 6 assists a game back then. He was averaging less than 2 turnovers a game. And now he's having a career low in assists and a career high in turnovers in the G League. That's not improvement. And I know last year he was the MVP of the G League. And, you know, but the thing is, he's turned into a scorer. But to be 6'2" and make it in this league, you got to be a shooter. You got to be a sniper. And I feel like it's taken away from his game. So for the entertainment selfishness of it, yes, stay in the dunk contest. I love it. I love to see it. But I just hate to see a guy with a bag like that, like, you know, just be here to entertain people. You know what I'm saying? Like a Globetrotter. No disrespect to the Globetrotters, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like he was in there because he was so viral to where I'm afraid of what's next. I'm afraid, is Cooper DeJean going to be in here because we see his highlight film? We going to have a celebrity.
Oh, did you see his highlight film?
Hell yeah.
Drake May's highlight film?
Hey, boy, I see it.
Hey, I'm going to say it, but I don't have to say it.
But here's the
Whitey's
thing.
out there balling.
But it's just
Cooper Flag?
Cooper, I don't think he got it like that, but he be punching on people. Yeah, but he's 6'9". He ain't no Tom Chambers though. You remember Tom Chambers? That boy was dunking on cats. Yeah. But all right.
So before we go on, give me as a historian of NBA All-Star Saturday Night. I loved, obviously, I'm more of a shooter. I'm a shooter guy.
Yeah.
Love the 3-point contest. I've always loved shooters. But since we're on the dunk, what's your most memorable either dunk contest or singular dunk?
Singular, like dunk contest dunk, or just dunk period?
In the dunk contest.
It's really just 2000, man. Just the whole thing was spectacular, like from beginning to end, because at that point in time, we've just always heard about Dominique versus Jordan type dunk contest. And every dunk contest that we've seen, it's kind of like, you know, you'll have a guy who looks like he's killing it the first 3 rounds, and then the first 2 rounds, then a guy who didn't have the best dunks ends up winning at the end. You know, but whenever you go back and look at the highlights,
that's the Josh Hamilton home run derby thing.
Yeah, it's like you forget that Josh Hamilton didn't win that home run derby because he put on the best show.
Yeah,
and I felt like in 2000 that was like a culmination of everything. Like we had, because Tracy McGrady, he hadn't really broke out as an individual player yet, but everybody knew him as an athlete and a defensive player, oddly enough. But just Baron Davis and Steve Francis being 6'2", 6'3", just getting up like they were. To me, there's nothing. That was the best I've ever seen. That was the best I've ever seen. As far as like from the first guy to the last guy, I don't think that we'll ever see it that competitive.
And you want to know who I blame for ruining the dunk contest culture?
What?
Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson.
All the brick dunks?
Bro, people, they started missing dunks. You cannot miss dunks. And then the NBA started giving them time, like a time limit.
Yeah.
To where it's like, okay, you got 2 minutes to like make one dunk.
Okay.
You don't need 2 minutes.
All right.
And then Dwight threw the ball, like he didn't even dunk it, right? So I mean, that's my thing. Like you just up there and like you're 5 feet away. It's not Space Jam, and he just throws it in there. Like,
the worst part about it is when they cut the highlights, it looks like you saw an amazing dunk contest, but y'all didn't see them misses. Y'all didn't sit there and watch them bricks. Y'all didn't see them bad passes. Dallas Bias Club.